Hello and welcome each and every one of you. Firstly, Happy New Year, everybody who is listening us. It's our first program in New Year 2023. Happy New Year. Hope your Christmas time and New Year celebrations went well. So, today with me again is Morgan Rain and Alisha Ann Kingley. We waiting for another guest, surprise, but he haven't arrived yet, so we keep waiting. As soon he comes, I will bring him in our room. Okay, girls, how was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Morgan, let's maybe start from you.
Okay. Christmas was wonderful. As we were talking before this show, the rain started to clear away some of the piles of snow and ice we had here. It was pretty. We were pretty socked in for a long time, so it was just like a little Christmas miracle to have the ice and snow start melting, so my family could come for Christmas Eve, which is when we celebrate. My Christmas day was very quiet but productive. I've started a new baby quilt for a new baby that's going to be born into our circle of
Hmm.
friends here, a baby girl named Isla. So that's
How
pretty
cute.
exciting. So I got to weave in Christmas magic into parts of that quilt and talking into the quilt. Making a quilt for me is very sacred, spiritual thing that I do for babies that are born into our family and our circle of friends. Um, yeah, so that was beautiful. New Year's Eve, quiet. Just I had a couple of tea parties with friends, and it just was quiet and sweet and meditative and contemplative, just like I like it.
Hmm.
What about you, Alicia?
I didn't know that you knit baby blankets. That's one of my favorite things to do. I just found
I
a
quilt.
knit shop
I
here.
quilt.
Oh, awesome. I don't know how to quilt. I do the knitting and the, yeah, I don't know how to quilt, but that's an amazing talent. So, I am now in the Middle East, and my Christmas was very eventful. Here on New Year's Eve is considered Christmas, so we had a house full of children. We had a sky full of fireworks. It was really amazing. And talk about a Christmas miracle. It snowed in Kuwait and in Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. On Christmas, it snowed. They've never seen snow before. They don't know what to do with it. So it was very eventful in the Middle East, very blessed.
What what we will be talking about today? Do you have any ideas already, Morgan?
Um, for me, it's all about what are we visioning to bring in, right? And we'll talk more about that on my Thursday show. This year is all about authenticity and awakening to really who you truly are and living fully and completely from that authenticity in everything you're doing. So, been doing some deep dives into who am I when I'm all by myself? Who am I alone? Who, who am I and what do I think and how do I feel when I'm alone? And then who am I and what do I think when I'm out in the world or in public? And it's to really synchronize those two. And I've done a lot of work on that site. Pretty much walk in the world authentically, but there were some areas where I butted up against my ego self, and working with this idea of coveting with my authenticity, covenanting with love, making a covenant with peace, making a covenant with joy. So it's like, so that's kind of the work I've been doing the last few days, is making covenants with myself, so that I can move into my year with a strength and a resolve. It's not like making New Year's resolutions at all. It's about coming into alignment with who I authentically am, so I can bring authenticity to my world, so the world can wake up and be authentic unto itself. So that's kind of where I've been and what I'm doing. So Alisha, if you've got something to add on to that, that'd be beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is just amazing. I was trying to find this thing that I just posted earlier, but okay, so now I have to go into my ascension story for this week because you pretty much just told it. You are right on target with what was happening with me this week. So every morning I sit down with my guides and I do, like, my own little meditation thing. I greet everybody who is in my house. They all make themselves known to me who's here. I have not talked to my father in a long time. I got a reason for that, why my father is not coming to me anymore. But other people are still coming through, and I was had just finished reading my, I'm doing my Course in Miracles right now, and I was sitting here contemplating the whole thing, and my guides, now this was my higher self. This didn't come through from my grandma or my cousin or my guides. This came through from my higher self. I know the difference now. And I told myself, you don't need meditation. I'm thinking this week, oh, I need to go into a diet. I need to do this and that, and I need to exercise more, and I need to do this. And I told my higher self said, you don't need meditation. It doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't even matter what you read or where you go or what you do, because you are. And I just thought about that one thing for a minute, like, oh my gosh, that's true. Like, now let me rephrase it this way. I don't need anything. Nothing. I just am. I need nothing to make me more am than I already am. If I choose to meditate, because it's a wonderful thing to do, I can choose to or I can choose not to, but either way, I don't need it. I don't need to eat a certain way to be better or to be more of what I am. When you just are. So this week I came to the realization of putting all of these responsibilities on ourselves. It's such a 3D thing to do. You're still, I feel like I'm out of the matrix, but am I? I'm still slowly moving out of the matrix, but I thought I was free, but am I? I'm not working the 9 to 5, but I'm still putting all of these other responsibilities on myself. Oh, I can't meditate. I have to work for a while. Oh, I can't go take my walk in nature because I have to, I'm still slotting myself. I'm still putting my time in slots. I'm still selling my time for other stuff. So it happened today. So then my friend who we're talking about earlier called me out of the blue. I forgot what it was for, but he said, I said something. I said, Patrick, I just finished my witch's brew. Do you want to know what it is? And he said, sure, tell me what it is. And so I went through my lemon and my ginger and how I take it every day and this and that. And he said, let me tell you about a story. Way, way, way back when, there was something wrong with him. He had some kind of a condition. I don't remember what it was. And he just oh, oh gosh, I don't remember what it is, so I'm not going to go into it, but it was something that he dealt with every single day, every day. He said, "Do you know, I woke up one day and I just decided to not do that anymore. And I've never had to deal with that thing again." He said, "You know, you don't need any of this stuff. You can call it into action, whatever you need, and it's just going to be there for you." I spoke to him on the same day that my higher self had given me this big major message about who I am and remembering more and coming out of 3D existence more. And oh, it was just wonderful. So, you know what happened to me? This week has been so freeing. Sam went to the gym earlier and I took my nature walk with him and I stopped at the local cafe and I got a book. I've said I'm going to clear space this week to read to I used to be so much more in the world. I was even enjoying myself a little bit more than I am now, but trying to get spiritual, I think I went about it the wrong way. Going through this whole ascension thing and pulling myself out of the world, and I guess I needed that for a time, but now I feel like that time is over. I was outside today. I was talking to people. I got a book to read. I came home while I was doing my hair. I turned up my country music and I was dancing, and I just feel so free, so loose, so like a
Ex-
kid again.
Excuse me, Alisha, we have your friend joining us now. Okay, hello,
Patrick!
Patrick.
Yay!
Uh,
You
Hi,
we
came!
today we today joined by Patrick Denton, and Patrick,
how are you doing?
as I don't know anything about you, could you please tell our viewers who you are and what you do,
Hi,
to
yeah,
start
I'm
with?
very shy, so I don't know where to start. Okay, my name's
Just
Patrick. I'm in Canada right now. I live in Canada, and
nice to meet you,
I'm
Patrick.
a, mhm. Yeah, I'm just me. And there's not too much to say about me.
Nice. That's right along with
That's
our
not what I
conversation.
hear from Alishan. That's not what I hear
You
from
heard?
Alishan.
Okay.
I
I
told
heard
the
that there
ladies
is quite a lot to talk about you.
you're like my Alan Watts in the flesh, is what I told my ladies.
Okay, thank you, thank you. We're
So,
all here to learn
Patrick,
Okay.
from each other. That's all.
would you
I don't
mind
pretend to know everything. I know nothing.
would you
And,
mind just
and
us
it's
would you mind talking about the conversation that me and you had yesterday about you just deciding not to have the thing anymore and it just went away the same day? I don't remember what you said you were struggling with, and you just
To do with the
decided that
cold,
you weren't going to struggle.
pertaining to the cold, or life.
Yeah, cold. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so guys, years back, I would say at least close to 10 years, every Christmas, I used to get the cold. Every Christmas. And then I started listening to, I don't know if you guys have heard of Neville Goddard, the New Thought thinkers like Joe Dispenza, what's the other one's name? There's lots of, they're New Thought thinkers. Basically,
Yes.
we imagination creates reality. So what you're thinking is what you put out. So I used to get the cold every Christmas. And one Christmas I was getting over the cold and I said, Patrick, you know what you're doing to yourself? You tell yourself that you're going to get a cold or the flu at Christmas. and on time it comes. So I say, you know what? No, you're done with it. Done with it.
Time.
You're going to say to yourself, you don't get the cold anymore. And furthermore, you do not get sick anymore. And so said, so done. The closest it ever comes to anything like a cold, I get a little tickle in my throat, then it goes away. Because I've put it in my mind that I don't get sick. And that's what these people want to do to you. They put the fear in you that you're going to get sick and you're going to get the flu and come and get the flu shot because you're going to get this. And we have medicines for you when you get the cold. So it's implanted in you. You say, okay, yeah, I'm going to get the cold. So let me get the medicines and let me get the thing and let me prepare for it. No, no. You are your own God. You control yourself.
Yep. Amen.
That's where I am.
I wrestle with that
That's where I
one
am.
thing more
And
than
it's sad.
anything. Go ahead, Patrick.
Go on, Patrick. Go on. You
no,
started something.
so basically, because I forgot where we were now. You were just about to say something, Alisha Ann. You say you struggle with something.
So maybe I'll help you remember. So my husband's
Can you
family
hear me?
is they're all a bunch of hypochondriacs. Literally. Everybody is sick with something all the time. Everybody is, and here is the same thing that you're talking about, Patrick. Before
Uh-huh.
when I've had to go to America before and my husband has went back home to stay with his family, he's sick. Every single month he's sick. And I got to looking at his family and the way that they talk and the way that they're all so
Uh-huh.
afraid of everything. They're calling the flu. Every single month he's sick. Now we've been married for 5 years and he's not been sick one time since he's lived with me. Not one time. And before we were married, when he was still living in his family's
Mm-hmm.
home, he was literally, it's not an exaggeration, he would get the flu once a month. And, now that we're here in his country and his mother is coming to visit and his sisters are coming to visit so they can go to the big hospital because they're not getting
It's
what they need to hear in the smaller area. So they're coming here to the bigger city and they're getting, of course, I said, are you kidding me? Of course the doctor is going to tell you that you're sick. Look at how many pills you're taking every day now. Look at how much, you just paid how many hundreds of
man.
dollars to go to the major hospital for them to literally make you sick with their drugs. It's so
Yeah, but if
hard
you
to
said
unmanipulate people.
your husband
I,
is into bodybuilding, right,
Yes, he's a bodybuilder.
Alisha? Yeah, so he
Yes.
should be doing it naturally, not supplements and this supplement and that. No. He should be eating naturally. And since he's doing that, he should learn about nutrition and do it naturally.
Well, now he knows
That's the whole
everything.
thing.
Now I don't take
Okay.
man-made medicines. I don't go to the doctor. My children have not been immunized. I'm, the crazy braless hippie that everybody makes fun of. So now he's totally different. But when I met him, he was a sick
Mhm.
individual. Here's my point too. When they come to my house is full of the energy of love all the time. All the time. All the time. Love, love, love. This is what we protrude in my house all the time. Nobody is sick when they come to visit me. The night that his mother leaves
And
my
that's when
house
you're
and
around
goes
person.
back to
The
her
energy you
village,
give out
she's sick.
is love. So they can't be sick because it's the energy that you bring with you, that you push out, that they would get sick.
Right.
Because
Right.
when they're sick, they're always around bad energy. And they
Right.
say
Looks like
his
we
internet
lose.
is not so great.
It
And
looks like we
you
lose.
helped us so much this week, Morganne, because my husband still pops off with these things, these ideas from his family,
Mhm.
and I reached out to him like a couple of days ago. I said, "Hello, hon, remember, we're not playing the game." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And he snapped back out of it.
Say that one again.
You know,
I
I
got
wanted
cut off. Go ahead.
So, Morganne had read cards for me and my husband maybe a week ago.
Uh-huh.
Sam really wanted to reach out to her and say, "Do you see anything in our future? Do you
Oh,
see
no, you shouldn't be doing that.
anything that's
No, no,
going
no,
on?"
no.
So, hold on. Let me give you just a second, and then I'll give you the floor again. So, but every single thing that came forth from Morganne was 100% what we're going through. It's 100% what we lived. Like, this is our life. She called it out completely. Completely. So this week, there was a couple of times that Sam went into the fear space again. And one thing that came out in the cards was, we can choose to play the game or we can choose not to. So when I said to Sam, there was a couple of times that I snapped him back and said, "Remember, hun, we're not playing the game anymore." And he was like, "Oh, yeah." And then he snapped out of it and he just forgot about the idea. His fear went away and he was done. So I was telling Morganne, like, she,
yeah, and
really helped us this week.
Yeah.
that game
Morgan, what
is
you wanted to
someone
say?
else's vision. I wanted to
Right,
say that game is other people's visions for our life. And that's how they
right.
direct us with, oh, it's flu and cold season. You better stock up. They
There you go.
program us. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was really exactly. So when we say yes to their game, we're playing their game. It takes a
Right.
lot of courage to come back into your authentic self and go, what is my vision? So, like Patrick, it's like you made a new decision. I'm not sick anymore, right? You
Yeah.
appropriately use the I am and you aligned yourself with your correct I am frequency, which is wholeness, love, health, happiness, joy. That's the I am frequency. So when
Exactly.
we talk about I need or I want or any of that, that's inappropriate
Yeah.
use
Once you
of the
say I
I.
am, and anything after I am, that's what you project. Anything after I
We're all
am,
done,
because
right?
that is
So
God.
it
That
is.
is God. That's God.
Exactly.
And
Um, so that's the authentic self is the I am. So who are you
good.
authentically? Who are you? So that I just wanted to add that piece into what Patrick was saying because
No.
we were talking about also Alshan, your in-laws and that family, they're aligning with I need, I want, I'm
And lack.
sick, I need that big hospital. They are so into the game, into that
Right.
program, that programmed
And
matrix of
the sad thing
go
is,
ahead.
because they're in that matrix, that indoctrination, they fight to the death for that system, because that's what they're living in. They fight to the death to protect it.
Exactly, they will. Yep,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
correct.
They're
They can't be
very
wrong. The
3D
ego,
and
I
very
cannot be wrong.
afraid.
Mhm.
Very afraid.
Yeah.
If you don't cover your head when you get out of the shower with a towel until
And
your
you,
hair completely dries, you can die. If you sit on the ground without using a pillow, you could die. If you stand close to the window, you could accidentally fall out of the window. Somehow it could magically shatter and you could fall out of the stuff is so
it's so much.
outside of the, oh my
There's that
gosh.
superstition. Superstition is just someone else's programming put on you. And you can say,
Oh
okay, I
man.
think this, I'll be this, I'll do that, I'll align with
But
that.
But the ladder thing where if you walk onto a ladder, 7 years bad luck. Man, how much years we've gone through that? No,
Right.
you walk on there if you want. If you haven't got nowhere to pass, walk onto
Right.
the ladder and go where you're going. Oh,
Right. Go
oh,
cross
oh.
paths with black cat. They are so Middle Eastern people. I don't know about all of them. I can only speak for this country, but there's a lot of voodoo here. A
Okay.
lot of voodoo that brings in the negative energy and the fear space. So yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it just reminds me every time they're here visiting and I fight the good fight, meaning the good fight is the one that you win. It doesn't change me. I never get afraid. I still don't play the game. I just kind of, when they say something, I just kind of laugh it off like, oh my gosh, you guys,
So
really? And then,
how do you guys get through? Christmas is gone, yes, but how do you guys get through the New Year thing? Because I'm sure you may or may not be aware that the New Year is not until the 1st of March, and
That's
go through
correct.
we go through the New Year's resolution of January 1st, and we say all these resolutions saying that means we are
set up
saying
to fail.
we say these things and it means nothing because it's not really the new year, and they know that. So it means nothing when we say we're going to promise to do this year or promise to do that this year, because all the alignment of all the energies is not right, because it's not until March 1st is when the new year
Right.
starts. When it's spring and everything comes up, it makes sense that's the first of the year than it be in January. They purposely do that so that our energies don't align to what we want to do. It's sickening. It's sickening. So it's
Right.
like this new year passed. I just casually brought it in just like another day. It didn't mean anything because I know it's not the new year.
This year I actually stay in I am,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't feel both in all Christmas and New Year's things.
Good. Good.
I don't have Christmas tree for first time in my whole life. At
I mean,
home,
I had to buy presents and things for the grandkids, but that was all. I mean,
no, we don't.
they know nothing, so I just do it for that. I just bring them presents and for my grandkids, and that's it. But other than
No,
that, I didn't observe anything else.
presents I like, so presents was at home. Yeah, we
Yeah.
celebrate that way. We had presents, and I sent to my family presents as well. That's not about presents, but decorations and all this putting up Christmas tree and all rest of it. That's it. I didn't want. I just wanted quiet time with my other half, and that's it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what I get. So that was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to look this up now that we're back on it. Okay, so this is what I posted earlier. What is the difference between a priest and a shaman? A priest receives, hold on a minute, I just passed it again. A priest receives something from a tradition which is handed down. A
Right.
shaman doesn't. A shaman receives his enlightenment by going off into the forest by himself
Yeah, I
to be
read that one. I saw
completely
that one. Yes.
alone.
Very good.
Yeah, did you
Yes.
see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. And that
So
I
yeah,
don't.
That's
that's
why
it.
I choose. It's why I choose to live in the forest. It's why I choose, because I am surrounded by life and the presence at all times. So that when I do choose to go be in the world where people are and activities are going, I'm being in the world, but not of the world. So I'm not in
Not
alignment with their
of the
energy. I'm in
Mhm.
alignment with my own natural, authentic beingness. So then I can go and be a presence in the world. So what's my contract to self is to be the presence of love, to be the presence of light, to be the presence of joy, to be that presence in the world so that I can affect my world so that people wake up and remember. And that's why I come here. That's my life purpose here. That's my mission. But I also need this time in the forest. So what I call myself a shaman, maybe, maybe I would call myself a shaman. Many people have. But I am one who just loves to live in that aligned authenticity of self, of the true self, so that I can go be in the world strong and awake and aware. And that way, people wake up. People respond to that love. People respond to that light. So, yeah.
What I was going to say, I remember way before I was anywhere to being awake, when I used to fly to UK and fly back, it felt really, I don't know how to describe it, but eerie that when you were alone, just thinking in the plane, I just thought it was a nice feeling to be alone. There was no outside interference, and I was just left alone to think for myself. That's when I felt calm. And that's why most of the time I'm by myself. I don't need, because there's not many people I can talk to or relate to what I'm going through. So the alone thing is better for me.
And it's getting fewer by the day.
Oh
The
man.
higher we ascend, the bigger the separation is, the bigger the gap
And
is.
they listen, they give us all these gadgets and things to distract us, especially with the phone, the TV, and this next event to go to, and this next thing, and the next best thing, and buy this next thing, just to keep us distracted so we can't go into our own space. That's what they try to do. You have to recognize that. You're supposed to be able to use these tools for your own benefits and not be attached to them. So yes, you can watch a movie, you can do different things, but know why you're watching it and know the message they're trying to program you. Just watch. I've watched many movies, but I see the message, what they're trying to do, and I enjoy what it is and just enjoy it. But it doesn't program me. I know exactly what it is. Because I've watched, I binge watched. Go on.
That's the classic being in the world, but not of the world.
Exactly.
I can't watch new movies. I'm an old movie. I'm a Pride and Prejudice.
As time goes on, as time goes on, it gets worse and worse and worse. So the old ones are the better ones. Yes.
Right.
Because the thing is, in the movies, they tell you exactly what they're going to do. Because the main thing is they have to show you the truth in plain sight. They have to. It's some kind of contract that they have to show you the truth in plain sight.
Yeah, I just read an article on that very thing. They have to tell you up front, look, this is what we are doing. If you don't stop it, if you do not react to it and stop it, you are saying that you agree with it.
Exactly.
So now it exonerates them of guilt. And so now they go ahead with their plan.
Right. It's a funny thing. Is that they have to show it to you, and they can't say they blindsided us. No, we showed it to you. It was right there.
Right. So, look at all of these virus movies that were coming out for years. Man. That's all we got was like, what are they called?
I remember
some of these
Contagion came out. Contagion came out a year or two before. Oh man!
All these zombie things and Bird Box and.
What about London Olympics?
Oh, they showed you right there the ceremonies. Oh, I didn't see it until afterwards. Honestly, I didn't see it until afterwards.
London Olympics opening. It was, I couldn't understand what is going on. Why there is so many med beds and God knows what, nurses and sick people around on this stadium.
And they even had they even had models of the virus, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
Wow. I have to look that up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Look up, Alisha, it's so
It's
crazy.
2012, right?
Yeah.
So look how long that was
2012.
before
Wow.
2012. They actually did it all that they had to do
8
at that
years
time.
before.
Wow.
8 years before they
Ah,
actually
Yes,
show us
they did.
completely details.
Yeah, they showed you exactly what they're going to
wow.
do. The virus
10
was
years
there,
later.
the sick beds and everything. Everything was there.
Okay, let's
Wow.
somehow speak differently. Don't use those words so many times.
Which one?
Right. We're gonna get flagged
On
if
V,
we talk about
start on
the
V.
Oh,
V.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because we have to
Twitter is the
apply to
only free
all.
speech platform now.
Yeah, it's very, very true.
So is this Zoom right now?
It's at the moment it's going live on YouTube, on Facebook and
Ah,
Twitter.
I didn't want to be a star.
Well, you're already a star. Too late.
You already are, so sorry about that. You
Too
Wow.
made me
late.
feel it.
Now your face is in lights all over the world.
Wow.
Yes, so it's on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the moment, and it will stay obviously there. Okay, ladies, do we speak about something else or we start our meditation? Maybe Morgan has New Year's meditation for us.
Sure.
Yeah, we cut out for a bit. So we can't talk freely then. We can't really talk
Not
freely.
completely. Yeah, not
No, we
completely.
can.
Unfortunately.
We all the time talking. We just certain words we try not to mention so many times.
Okay.
Right, because
Okay.
we will get flagged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Mhm.
is there anything else, Patrick or Alisha Ann, you want mention before
No,
we go into
I feel
meditation?
I feel a bit muffled right now. I can't really. I just realized I can't really say what I want to say. So we'll leave it there.
Okay. Okay,
Place
Alisha
to
Ann, what
leave it.
about you?
I'm good. I'm good. We talked about the ascension
Mhm.
stuff. We talked about the amazing week. Oh, so yeah, that kind of goes along with all of it. You know, it's like I was talking with Patrick just earlier. It's amazing
Mhm.
how the world just opens up to you when you ascend. Like the higher you ascend, and the universe is already there. That's the thing. Like we have let ourselves be so far removed from who we are. The universe is just there waiting for us to snap back into it, snap back into reality, true reality, remember who we are. And there's so many blessings and stuff just automatically happens in your life when you get
Right.
realigned with your real self. Like,
Mhm.
the blessing of this show, the blessing of you guys, the blessing of Patrick, the amazing blessing that we had today. We had an amazing meeting before this meeting with what, five? There was five of us that were
And there's more to
talking,
come.
and
There's more to come later. There's more to come later.
yeah. We'll be meeting with like 20 people later in a Zoom meeting, and more people that we can bless, more people
And
that we can
I
help.
never, I never, I know I'm truly blessed, but I didn't know it to be happening this way because the way Neville Goddard says it, once you affirm your that what does he say? You basically you live in the end, so you imagine what you imagine already living it, but it's
Yes.
none of your
Yeah.
business how it happens. So that's what blows me away. The way this meeting came around, and
Yep.
the one before and the one that's going to happen, I didn't had no idea that
Yep.
this my upline would join with all the people that she has. I never imagined that. But I just said to myself,
Yeah.
why is it I have so much money in my account? That's what I always affirm. Why do I have so much money in my account? And it has to answer. It has to show you.
Yep.
That's all you do. Just
It's
ask the
just
question,
Yep.
happening
why am I so rich?
accidentally.
Why do I feel so healthy? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's how I
So
do
if
it.
you want your life to change,
Because
don't work harder. Unless if it's working harder to become who you really are. That's the only thing that you should ever be
don't.
working towards.
No, but
And Patrick,
listen, it
you
leaves
say
you
something really,
organically. Yeah,
yeah, what you say is very profound in the question. You're right, you're asking a more appropriate question. Why is there so much
yeah.
more money? Why is there
And
and
it has to show you,
that's
because
right. It
you are,
always answers you.
yeah,
Exactly.
you are the
Exactly.
operant power.
And that's right. And the other question I love to ask is, how can it get better than this? So, it's like,
Ask
Yeah,
the
you can.
universe and it shows you.
because it shows you.
Yes,
So if you think about ways that the programmed live their lives, like why is there so little? Why are there so many wars? There's just like this focus on the negativity and the demise of man, and the spiritual aspect of man. When we begin to ask the correct questions, the better questions, then the universe can respond to us in ways that are much better and much more in alignment with our authentic self. You're asking the wrong questions when you look at your life and you don't have enough, or
there
you're
you
not
go,
happy.
man.
It, it,
Yes,
this
yes,
is
exactly.
exactly,
So
and
you,
this is when you need to ask better questions.
yeah, I have a good friend of mine, and I'm trying to help him spiritually. And
Excuse me, Patrick, could you please start your camera? You at the moment your camera froze.
Yeah, you're
okay, can you? Am
frozen.
I good? Am I good now?
I
You,
can't see you.
we can't see you, we just hear you.
Should I restart?
Maybe.
Okay, 1 second. Let me go on. Let me go and come back. 1 second.
Between all four of us, the internet is
But
really
internet
something.
actually is not so bad. Even your
Yeah.
internet settled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we went and got more, we got this extra router, so I never don't have internet now. We have lost electricity twice. I have since we've been doing this, and I didn't miss a beat because of my extra little router.
Great.
Great. That's great.
There we
He is
go.
back.
There
Yeah,
he
yes,
He's
he
is.
back.
is
Okay.
back.
Okay. So where was I? Yeah. So I have a friend. Yeah. Yeah. So I have a friend who I'm trying to help spiritually. So he calls me today and says, "Oh, Patrick, why is it?" So I'm trying to teach him about the germ theory and contagion. So I said, he called me and said, "Okay, in Australia, why is it in the early days that the Aboriginals weren't sick at all, and then they brought in all these people and the Aboriginals were sick? I thought you said we can't catch anything." Well, I said, well, basically all they did was they brought in all their how they lived. So they changed them to say they had to eat this and they had to do this, and that's why they got sick. But before that, they weren't sick because they were living naturally off the land and doing their own thing and living spiritually, and they were fine. But they brought all these
Mm.
prisoners in from the UK and all these different people, and they brought their lifestyles in, and they kind of basically pushed them aside or whatever you want to say, and got them to start living how they were living, and that's how they got sick. He goes, okay, okay, because he's still wearing the mask up till this day, and for the
Oh
life of me,
my.
I'm trying to get him off it. I'm trying. I give him different scenarios, and he just doesn't get it. And I said, you first of all have to
Tell him
get over
how
that.
deadly it is to keep
No, I
re-ingesting
believe
the
me.
same carbon
Yeah,
dioxide. Like, oh my
I,
gosh.
I've told him all these things. No, no. So every day, just one drip at a time until he gets it, because he doesn't seem to get it
Yep.
logically.
If
He's
you
Because
still
want
playing
to
the
look
game.
up
Yeah, as Neville Goddard says, an assumption, though false, if sustained, will harden into fact. As much as
That's
you might
correct.
Yeah.
say it's not true, if you keep doing it, wrong or right, it will harden into fact, and it's true for you. That's what's
Yep.
happened to him.
That's correct.
100%.
Yeah, just an
100%.
assumption. And I tell him that's the same way, just little things. He says, oh, this guy approached him in the grocery store and no, he brushed him. And I says, well, it's not really the guy's fault. It's your assumption of the world. If you keep thinking that there's bad people out there and they don't care about you and this and that, then the universe has to prove that to you. Change your
Right.
change your assumption of the world or people or things, and it will all
Right.
change. Don't try and fight the physical. Don't. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going
Yeah,
to
he was
tire
just a
yourself out.
busy guy in the grocery store who bumped into another guy
Yeah, and
accidentally
he
trying
was
to
what
pick
he
up
wanted
some
to. He
cereal.
started to. He wanted to cuss him and all these things. And I says,
Oh
no
my
way. That's
gosh.
not the right way. That's not the right way. Change your assumption of the world, and then everything will change outside of that. Don't try and change the mirror. Don't look at the mirror and try and change the mirror.
Right.
Change
Love
within.
other people more than you love yourself, and the world will
There
make
you go.
sense.
There you go. That's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just doing my little work. My little work.
I
Well,
think
you're
as we
giving us
all,
more positive energy in the universe, so your little work is really huge work.
Thank you.
I
Hmm.
think it multiplies whatever small bit we're doing, we actually multiplying, we putting out like beam of light, and it's not like that, it's not going like this, it goes like that. It
Yeah.
expands
Right.
this beam of light. And how
Hmm.
many of us is putting love and light out, and so it feels.
Hmm. What?
Okay,
What?
are we
Go on.
yes, yes, I'm listening.
Dega, what country are you from? Is it Dega?
Latvia,
Latvia.
Latvia, yes.
Okay. Is that
But
anywhere
she
near UK?
lives you live in England, don't you,
I live in
Vega?
England, yes, but I'm
Okay.
Hmm.
originally
From
from
Latvia.
Latvia.
Oh, how long you been in UK?
Nearly 20 years.
Whoa. Your accent hasn't changed.
No, no, it's no.
Same
Even
as
if
Well, she
I
mine.
speaks English.
Same as mine.
even if I want, really, really want, it's not going to happen.
No, no, no. You're saying that. You're saying that.
No, but
Right.
it's big. Yeah, yeah, of course. It's all
Uh-huh.
in my head. But I had quite a lot of proofs that everybody, every time when I opening mouth, everybody is asking where I from. So
Hmm.
it's not
You're from.
changing so far.
You're from this plane. That's what you should say. You're from this plane.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yes.
I'm
Uh,
human.
okay, okay, guys. Are we ready for meditation?
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
Morgan,
I'm ready.
floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. All right, everyone. I'm so
You
grateful
don't
everyone
go.
is. Go ahead.
No, you don't go anywhere, Patrick. I just let Morgan in front page, but we will be in background. And as soon she finish, we all go back. So you stay in place.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Wonderful. I am so grateful for this communication that we've had today and this coming together. It's so powerful to have these kinds of conversations. And this is a part of the newness. It's like, who are you in association with? So I'm so grateful for this gathering this day. And so in that gratitude, I just invite all of us to come in and close your eyes and just shut out the world for a moment. And let's come together by breathing together. And so take a beautiful breath in through your nose and watch that breath just travel into your body, and then let the breath out. We're going to take another breath together. And this time, when we take that breath, imagine that in the air that you're breathing in is the very presence of the divine. And whatever that looks like or feels like to you, or it's just a concept, just allow for a moment to know that in the air that you breathe in, this next breath, you're going to breathe in the breath of the divine. So I invite you to do that now. And allow that breath of the divine to not only fill your lungs, but to fill your entire body temple with that breath, and just hold it there. And even to the point of a little discomfort, hold it. Let that breath of the divine encode every cell of your being. And then on the out breath, release and let go anything unlike the divine. And as you let that go, before you take your next breath, and there's that pause in between, sit in the pause. And that same air that is filled with the divine is still there. Take another deep breath in, filling your entire body temple with the divine breath of God. And on the out breath, because now you're just filled with the breath of God, the out breath is the breath of God. And breathe out. Next breath in is still filled with that breath of God, that divine energy of God, of love, of light, of truth. Breathe that in. Informing every cell of your being, I am the breath of God, and release the breath of God. And now that we have breathed together, I invite you each to come into your heart area. So it could be your physical beating heart where you sit and just listen to the ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Or it could be the chakra heart. Either one. Just take a moment and we're going to breathe those breaths into your heart. And now as you breathe those beautiful breaths into your heart, with each in breath, breathe in, I am. And breathe out, I am. So we're informing our own beingness, I am, breathe in. And we're informing the world, I am, breathe out. Now I invite you to imagine one thing you would love to see manifested into your life. Be it love, be it abundance, be it peace, whatever it is you would like to see manifested in your life where you're operating from that. I'd like for you to imagine that right now. And imagine what it feels like to have already experienced this. So if it's love, what does love feel like? What would it look like? Who are you in the presence of that love? If it's abundance, what would that look like if it was already done? It was already complete if you had more than enough. Imagine those feelings and who you are and what is your body posture. Live in the end result of it. It's already occurred. What do you look like? How do you feel? Who are you? Take a breath in. I am. Inform your beingness of your I amness. And on the exhale, you're going to inform the world. I am. Breathe out. Go back to your imagination of what it is you would like to see manifested in your world. Check in. Who are you with this manifestation already done? How do you feel? What's your experience of yourself? So we're going to take that energy and breathe it in and inform and program our own selves with the truth of our being, our I am. And on the out breath this time, do an audible release, and it will be the word ah, as though it's already complete. So imagine your manifestation is already done. You have what it is your heart desires. You are in correct alignment with your true I amness. Breathe that in. Inform every being of your cell, and we're going to inform the world on our out breath by doing an audible ah.
Oh.
Feel the peace, feel the relaxation in the ah. Breath in again, and another ah out. Ah. Allow your body to just relax, knowing that your heart's desire is already done. Come back to your heart. Come back to your body. Feel into your body that manifestation already complete in your body. Notice how your body feels different, softer, gentler, more relaxed. Notice that your thinking mind is more clear. Notice that you're more in alignment with the true I am to bring awareness to your being. I am. I am peace. I am love. I am the living light of the divine. I am abundance. I am the presence of the life of the divine here. I have all I need. I am in alignment with my authentic self. Breathe in. Inform your world. I am in alignment with my authentic self on the ah. And just notice how your body is responding to this. Notice how your mind is responding, how your soul is responding, and how your spirit is responding. For we are all of these things. We are the divine made flesh and wondrous and beautiful. And now just come back into your heart. And give some gratitude to your beingness for taking this little meditation journey with us this morning of awakening to and remembering your authentic I am. And always remember that the I am of you is projected into the world and is brought to you in manifestation form. So to be very careful how you use I am, using it in consciousness, in love, and in light. Your is your personal sword in the world. Wield it rightly in strength and in wisdom. Take a breath in. And as always, we end this in gratitude for this coming together, for this remembering of who we are and how to be in this world, knowing that we are each called to be the living light and the living love of the divine. So in grace, in love, and light, I bless us all, knowing that this 2023 is now just infused with this consciousness, for we and all who are listening are now in resonance with this and are now the living temples of love and light in our world. And so it is. Bless us all. Amen.
Amen. Wow, that was so wonderful.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome for that.
Thank you, Morgan.
You're welcome. And I do want everyone to know that I am starting my course on Sunday, the 12 core principles of A Course in Miracles. It's a 12-week course.
This book,
I know
Patrick.
Alisha's yeah. So we'll be doing a Course in Miracles.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If you're interested, Alisha Ann, would you send him the email that I sent to you? Do you still have that?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Or get me Patrick's email address if you're interested and join us. That would be lovely. Aga, I sent you an email too about this.
Yes.
So
yes, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.
I'll be
I am
there.
so looking forward to it. And
Thank you for that. Thank you.
It's a beautiful course.
And everybody,
you're so welcome.
Everybody else who is listening us now and who will be listening us in the future, please go speak to Morgan. Her contact details is below the video, so you can jump on the course as well. Everybody who is listening us and who will be listening us. On top of that, please, if you like our show, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because many, many more shows like this and different ones with lots of wisdom is to come. Is there anything else somebody wants to add?
I'm good.
Coming on. That was beautiful work. Beautiful work. It's lovely to have that divine masculine frequency join us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Patrick, for joining us. Thank you, Alisha Ann, for inviting Patrick. Alisha Ann, is there anything what you want to say?
I love you all. I appreciate you all so much. Lots and lots of love and light through the new year in March. May 2023 bring you all the health and wealth that you deserve.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's good.
and I agreed with Alisha's wishes to you, and I wish you all the very, very best for 2023. From our hearts to yours, thank you very much for watching, and God bless.